Hey guys, it's Dr. Greg Grobmeyer with Practice Therapy. Today I want to tell you a little story about carrots, eggs, and coffee, one of my favorite things. So this young lady is having a very difficult time with her life. She's not sure what to do with her situation, so she goes and speaks to the one person that she knows is her advocate. She knows is the person that will always give her good advice, and that is her grandmother. So she goes and sits at her grandmother's kitchen table and begins laying out all the things that are going on in her life that are difficult, they're hard, they're challenging. She says she just doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know how to go on. And the grandmother, being the wise woman that she is, she says, I have something to show you. She goes underneath her kitchen cabinets and she pulls out 3 big pots, sets them on the stove, fills them half full of water, puts the flame on and gets that water boiling. Into the first one she puts some carrots. Into the second she puts eggs. And into the last, as you might have guessed, she puts some coffee beans. She lets all that sit and boil and bubble for about 20 minutes. Then she takes each thing off, puts it in an appropriate container, sits it on the table in front of the young lady. She says, honey, what do you see? And the young lady says, well, I see carrots, eggs, and coffee. I don't understand what it is that you're trying to show me. So the grandmother said, I want you to look at each one of these things. The carrot. Now, before I put it in the hot water, it was strong. It was firm. It would snap if you tried to break it. And now, after 20 minutes in that hot boiling water, it has turned to mush. It's soft. It's wilted. A different transformation happened for the egg. Before that egg, although it had a hard shell, we know this thing was fragile. It would crack at the easiest, smallest little thing. The inside was soft, malleable. But once it was subjected to that hot water, it hardened up. It became firm, solid inside. But the coffee was different. The bean still looks kind of like it did before we started, but the water changed. So, the question is, are you like a carrot? Are you tough? You're strong? But when a challenge faces you in adversity, do you become weak? Do you lose your strength? Or are you maybe like an egg? You may have a tough exterior, but everybody knows that underneath that you're just a big softy. As soon as a challenge happens, though, maybe financial problems or relationship issues or something like that, you become solid. You firm up. You harden. That soft, beautiful, malleable heart that you had becomes a hardened heart. Or maybe you're like this coffee bean over here. The coffee bean, you never even really saw its true potential until it was faced with a challenge. And when it was faced with a challenge, it showed its best. It not only, it itself stayed the same, it changed the situation around it. It changed the boiling water into this beautiful, fragrant brown liquid. So, the question is, all 3 of these things faced the same adversity. They were put into the same situation, yet all 3 had different outcomes. So which are you? Are you carrots, eggs, or coffee? I'm Dr. Greg Grobmeyer with Practice Therapy. Thanks for listening.